There we go. Good morning. You look lovely this morning. Can you hear me? Ann, can you hear me? You look lovely this morning. I don't remember seeing you with your glasses on much. You had them on before? I don't know if she can hear me.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah, now you can hear me. I'm talking to you, but
I can barely hear you. You got your sound on?
yeah, it's all the way up as a matter of fact. But
Okay,
yeah,
now, yeah, it was me. It was me.
okay. But I
Yeah.
was telling you how lovely you look this morning with your curtains behind you and your I don't remember seeing you with glasses on before. I like your
Well, I was
glasses.
reading. I was reading a book.
Oh, they look good on you.
Oh, thank you.
It really brings that hairstyle out. I really like that color in your hair. I haven't
Well,
dyed my hair in so long. You know what happened to me after these strokes? My hair stopped turning gray. I don't know
oh,
what. Yeah,
well, I
this
want to have a stroke for my hair to start pain.
was really at first it was all coming out and all kinds of stuff was going on, and I didn't know it was stress.
Yeah,
And
stress of. That's why mine was coming, and I just decided I was gonna stop being stressed.
yeah, and then what it had to do was I switched the channel and changed from the negative stuff to the positive and just start being grateful for everything and just have to be careful what just all it's a lot of negative interference throughout our every day we wake up we got challenges, but they're not for us to pick up all that negative stuff. Some of it is not ours, it belongs to the father. That's why we can't handle that mess. It's
You
not
know,
ours.
my cousin that was dying gave me
Uh-huh.
some good information. Good morning, Miss Teresa.
Good
Good
Um,
morning.
morning.
how are you?
I'm here and doing fine, waiting for the week to end.
Uh, is that at 3 o'clock or what?
Around that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's good. Okay,
But
then
you know, Jackie. My cousin who was dying gave me some inspiration. She said, if you lived a good life and you've accomplished most of the things that you wanted to do,
uh-huh.
or some of the things that you wanted to do, but always remember to hold God first and
That's right.
follow His lead.
That's
That
it.
that
That's it.
He's
Obedience.
He's in charge, and
Yeah,
whatever we want may not be what He has in plan, and what
that
He has planned is probably better than what we want.
talk about it, Ann. That's it. You're hitting it right on the head. You got the
So
word that
I
I
have just
can't get
uh,
out.
this has been the last 3 years have been really stressful, and
Challenging.
I
Yeah.
managed to keep my blood pressure down. I
Uh-huh.
try not to get angry with dumb people. Dumb people,
Right.
dumb people gonna try to irritate you and set you off. And I know sometimes I don't do it. I know I don't. And sometimes I don't uh uh try to keep my cool. I have a problem with people who say stupid stuff.
Well, I used to, Ann, but I'll show you what I did with it. I got tired of the consequences. I didn't like the consequences of me reacting to what
Hmm.
somebody else said. And then somebody, it was a stranger that gave me just a couple words. I can't remember what it was, but the impact I would remember for the rest of my life, I hope. But it changed my thinking in my life forever. He said, what other people do or say is not my business. It's how I respond to it. He said,
But
I don't have to pick up that mess. When you pick up other people are dealing with all kinds of stuff. That's what's in their heart and in their mind. And they'll spit it out on whoever, whenever, wherever, you know, and whether they're aware of it or not, that's just what's in them. So every day, I think we have a challenge is to do our best to be our best, just to try to help somebody else, whether it's just with a smile or just showing up or give somebody a little bit of information or whatever. Just try to help another human being with no strings attached, and just duck and dodge all that negative interference, what I call it. And,
Yeah.
and you
But
feel
that's
much
it,
better.
Jackie. That's it.
Yeah,
And
you feel much
you have
better.
when people I don't want to say jealous, but you know, when people talk about you, I feel like I'm in good company because they talked about Jesus.
That's right. And look, and guess what? And that's the other thing. When you change the channel and when you get into the Father's bosom, and then he's your leader, he's your he's the one that I'm obedient to. He's the one that I look forward to pleasing and all that stuff. So I don't look to have to please the other people, the other stuff. As long as I know I'm accepted by him, I know who I am and whose I am, and whatever other people say, that don't make it me. That don't make what they say me. So I don't take it personal. That's your stuff.
That's
That's
it. You
their
got a
stuff.
problem. I
And
don't.
you're not going to give that to me. So I say thank you for letting me know more about who you are, because you're not going to spit out all that venom on me. That's in your mind and in your heart. That don't make it me, or whatever name you're trying to call me. That's in your head.
Yeah.
I may say that. I might ignore it completely. I'm trying not to give them nothing. Give them zero. I don't feed it. It won't grow. I don't
Huh.
feed that negative energy, and it won't grow. That's my parent.
That's
But
right.
man,
Good morning. This is Mrs. Duckett.
hi, Miss Duckett. Good
Hi,
morning.
All right.
and
Good to see
so
you.
I try to look at the things that were positive, like um I disobeyed my mother and got on a bus and went to Alabama for a civil rights sit-in at a uh I think it was a Walmart. No, I don't remember exactly what it was, but anyhow, and I was 15 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
I never ever did that before, and I never did it afterwards. But my mother was proud that I took the initiative, and that was the first time that I met John Lewis,
Uh-huh.
and that
Yeah.
was such
Wonderful
an
guy.
inspirational man. Oh my God. And then I've looked at all the stuff that I did when I was PTA president and on the national PTA board, and what I did with with the area Floyd Council PTA. So I look at the things that are positive. I
That's
raised my
right.
son. We had some ups and downs and lumps
That's
and,
right.
but you
That's
know
right.
what? He's made it to 55 years old, 57 years old, and
How
he's not
about that?
dead. He didn't belong to any gangs. He didn't kill nobody,
And
and he's
that's a
not on
good thing to
drugs.
say.
That
And oh
okay?
man, that is awesome. And that ice cream cone looks good. I don't know
I
who
don't
was
know who that
that,
is that's trying
but
to tempt us early in the morning with some
where they
ice.
got me.
I'm telling you, I haven't had no good breakfast, lunch, or anything, and I'm just trying to figure out why they trying to. Who is that
Look,
with the ice
that
cream?
I got some ice cream
Oh,
in
Miss
there.
Denise.
I'm gonna
Yes,
a
Yeah,
little
now
indeed.
later.
Miss Denise, why are you tempting us with the ice cream?
But look,
I
she
because
done
Ronald was
motivated
talking
me.
about ice cream yesterday.
You
Well,
motivated me, baby,
so we're
because
gonna beat up on Ronald, right?
Yeah.
I got
How
some
y'all doing? Good morning.
good morning,
Good
dear.
morning.
I got some ice cream in the refrigerator, but it's in one of them half-gallon things somebody brought me. But I tried to get it out with the scooper, and I got it out, but the daggone thing went over my head, beside me, hit me on the cheek, and went behind me, over behind the microwave.
Oh Lord.
Well,
And
that
man,
man,
I
maybe
had
that
to
was
call
saying you didn't
somebody
need
in
it.
here
That-
to help me find that
Huh?
scuba or whatever I got out of that thing. And so
Oh
I
Lord.
haven't tried it since.
Okay.
They probably was saying it wasn't for you today.
Just
I
make
get
sure when you ate
no,
it,
my
then
arm and
it hurt.
my hand was saying I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Oh Lord.
Man, you talking about, I wish I could have got that on video. That was
I know that's the truth.
I'm ducking from the ice cream. I should have thought to catch it. My mind didn't tell me that. But I just ducked and that thing it hit me on the
But
side. And all I saw was the ice cream hit the wall and went down behind. And I'm like, oh my God, now how am I going to get that?
Oh,
I paid
Lord.
somebody
Well,
$10 to come in here and get that ice cream. They had to just pull the thing out, which I couldn't do.
no, yeah, that's thing. That's another thing. I've
Uh,
learned to adapt to the things I can do
yes,
and the things I can't do.
that's where I'm at
And
now.
I'm so used to being able to do that I
Yeah,
was taking care, and I'm still taking care of somebody. It's
yeah,
just that now he has AIDS, and AIDS coming in every day, and
yeah.
and um
That's a
um
blessing. Yeah.
and I'm trying to make his life more enjoyable and
And
happier.
that's good. That's
And
blessing there.
and so last night, I don't know what possessed him. I said, I'm just checking on you. I said, you getting ready to go to bed? He said, well, don't leave right now. And he said, I'm sorry. He said, I've been nasty. He said, but I know that you trying to take care of me and Wayne. Wayne is sick and you trying to help Wayne. And he said, I thank you. I love you.
That's a blessing.
And he
For
said,
some reason, when we're trying to help our loved ones or patients, they be angry. They don't mean to, but they
I know.
dealing
Yeah.
with all kinds of stuff. I think our class is starting. What is this? That
Yeah.
must be Miss
I've
Teresa.
had accessible features. Yeah.
I don't know people. Whenever I come on, I don't ever push for the people. I just be hearing you. I saw you. I can see you, Miss Ann. You're the only
Yeah.
one on my screen.
Yeah. I could see you when I came on. I looked over there. I said, oh,
Yeah,
that's,
you're still on my screen. You're down here in the corner. I don't know where everybody else is at, but it's okay though. I can see the program iPad.
I can
Uh,
only see you right
you
now.
know,
Morning,
the
everyone.
thing that
Good
started,
morning,
Miss Teresa.
Diane. How you doing, Diane?
Just
Hi,
fine,
Diane.
thank you. Hello, hello.
Uh,
But
How you?
it's over to your left on your screen, and when you come on, and after you push for the sound, the
Uh-huh.
audio, then there's little things that drop down on the side, and
Uh-huh.
there's a little box, and it has 9 little dots in it. Push that box, and then you can see everybody when the thing is not on. When the
Okay. Okay. Sometimes I can see more than one person down the bottom. It's a thing. Sometimes it accidentally come up. Uh-oh, I touched it. Now you gone. Oh man.
that's all right, baby. I'm
I'm gonna
still
leave it.
here.
I'm gonna leave it alone because sometimes I can touch it and then I get about 4 people at the bottom. But I
Right.
just touched something and now you disappeared. So I'm gonna leave it be right now. I don't want my thing to go off. I'll get to it. I'm gonna figure it out. Just gotta. And are you still there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I thought.
Yeah. No, no. I don't think you can knock me off. I don't know what it was.
Oh, Jackie,
That
we all
was
here, Jackie.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I
Everybody's
looked up and I see the iPad accessibility features. I said,
Good morning, all. Good morning.
good
good
morning,
morning,
Miss
Miss
Good
Teresa.
morning.
Teresa.
All right. It is Friday. It is the end of the work week. I don't know about what it is for you, but it is the end of the work week for me. So I'm looking forward to my rest.
All
How about
right.
you?
You deserve it, Miss Teresa. You deserve it.
Thank you. All
Yeah.
right. As you can see from my screen, and I mentioned earlier that we're going to be looking at some of the iPad accessibility features. These are new features that just came out this year, 2023, and that the operating system that is functional from, it is the operating system 16 point whatever, and everybody's operating systems should be up to date to accommodate these new features. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Uh-huh.
if you've been updating your operating system.
Okay.
All right. So these features are have been designed for vision and hearing impaired individuals. So I don't know if we have any on board. Do we have any on board? Do we have anybody that has vision or hearing?
Yes,
Let's talk about
yes,
it.
Miss Teresa.
Oh, we got Miss Duckett. Yes. Thank you, Miss Duckett. Maybe you can teach this class.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can. You probably know
Yes,
just as much as
ma'am.
I do on this topic. Because you are using some of these features already from what I understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so it's nice
I
to have you
enjoyed
on
the
board.
lesson yesterday too.
I
Yes.
know it was
All
good.
right, do you have anybody else with
I
vision?
enjoyed Doctor yesterday.
You did?
Yes.
Good. Do you have anybody else on board with limited either vision or hearing?
I have
No.
a visual impairment, but I have a visual impairment. My name is Jeanette Martin.
Good morning, Jeanette. Mhm. Good, so
How
you
you
won't
doing this
benefit
morning?
from this. Mhm.
Hi, Jeanette. This is Miss Duckett. How you doing?
Hey, Miss Duckett, I haven't seen you or talked to you in a minute. How you doing, sweetie pie?
Oh boy.
Michael, do you have any vision or hearing? I see you're unmuted. Do you, Michael? Powers? Speak up. I could barely hear you.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
hearing.
I'm hearing you, and then I'm not. Anyway, so I'm not going to make this a very lengthy because just getting this on board is going to be a tough one, and I'll tell you why. Because the audio that's going to be used for voiceover, where you actually can at voice control, it's the same audio feature you were using for Zoom. So there's a conflict right there. You may not be able to configure while during class. You may have to wait till after you're out of Zoom to do this. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if you were in class a couple of days ago when my iPad went out and it's still not functional.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's still not. It's a hardware. It's an Apple issue, so it's most likely going to be replaced. So I'm waiting for a replacement.
Okay.
And because of that, I can't show you like I had planned on doing
Right. Okay.
about the
Yes.
different configuration. But we do have Alec on board, Bell, who will when I say show, he will show. Okay.
Oh, yes,
So
ma'am.
we're going to be doing code teaching this morning, and so let's go into that. Yep, I think we're just about ready. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to read a disclaimer, and then we'll move into the actual the Wilderness Technology
Get my coffee.
Alliance DC iPad program. Its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information in any application or topic made by the Wilderness Technology Alliance, including but not limited to mobile and device applications, any social media pages maintained by the Wilderness Technology Alliance DC iPad program, its owners or presenters as a substitute for professional medical health diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Thank you. All right, so this morning we're looking at voice control, and I think this is what, and I'm going to thread lightly. I'm only saying this because I'm still not sure. I don't know if my iPad got confused when I was testing it and it couldn't handle it. So let's find. So we're only going to look at one feature this morning because I don't want to overwhelm you with additional features. We're going to look at one each time. And that way, once you get the gist of one, then we'll go to the next. Okay? That's the goal.
Okay.
So you can control your iPad touch using just your voice with voice control. You can learn how to set it up, use gesture commands, and navigate with overlays. So we're going to be looking in a series of things, how to turn on voice control, using gesture commands, navigate your iPad with overlays, pause, or turn off voice control, because you're going to need to turn. It's going to maybe be irritating at times if it's not something you're going to be using. You're going to have to learn how to turn it off once you turn it on. So
yeah, Miss Teresa, when I first came on, I was using that because I couldn't use my hand to do anything. And So I was using that thing. The lady had talked to me on the phone, and she helped me out with that. And also I had the hearing impaired, but since being on I don't have to wear my hearing aid as much, and then I can use my hands better. I can even see a lot better, and it'll be better once I go back to the doctors for my glasses.
Well,
So
that's good. I'm glad
yeah,
it's for
it's
you.
great. Uh-huh.
So we're gonna watch a video on it right now. Hold on, I need to, let me know if you can hear the sound.
With voice control,
Can you hear the sound?
you can navigate
Yes.
your
Yeah,
iPad
good, Teresa.
Okay.
just
All right,
voice.
so this is what
Which
we're
is
gonna be doing. So I'm gonna,
if
let
you
me
have
enlarge
limited
it.
mobility. We'll show you how to turn on voice control, how to use gesture commands, how to use overlays, and how to pause or turn off voice control. First, let's turn on voice control. You can ask Siri to turn on voice control, or you can turn it on in settings. Just scroll down and tap accessibility. Then tap voice control and tap set up voice control at the top of the screen. Voice control requires a short download before it's ready to use, but after that, it doesn't need Wi-Fi or cellular data to work. Now you can begin navigating your iPhone with just your voice. When voice control is turned on, a blue microphone appears in the top left corner of your screen. Let's check out some basic
But the
screen
iPad is in the
navigation
right
tools.
corner.
Go home.
Right.
Swipe left. Swipe right. Open notes. What can I say? This brings up a list of some of the most useful voice control commands. You can say, go back, to return to the previous screen. You can also make various adjustments in Control Center. Let's turn down the volume. Open Control Center. Turn down the volume. Perfect. To see a list of all the commands you can use, just say, show commands for a glossary in the voice control section of your iPhone settings. There are 3 different screen overlays you can use with voice control to make it easier to interact with on-screen elements like buttons or sliders. Depending on the app or what you're doing, one overlay may be more helpful than others. Let's say we want to take a photo. Open camera. To show the names of the buttons on screen, say, show names. For this picture, we don't need live photo on. Let's turn it off. Tap live photo. Now, let's select a spot on screen to set the camera focus. Show grid. This overlay is helpful if you want to interact with a specific point on screen. Let's focus in on grid 15. 15. 7. 5. There we go. If you don't know the name of a button, you have other options too, like number labeling. Show numbers. This adds a number to things like buttons and links that you can tap. Show numbers continuously. This will keep number labeling dimmed on screen until you speak a command. Now, let's take the photo. Tap 7. Ta-da! You can say, hide numbers when you're done. If you want to stop voice control from listening to your voice commands, you can say, go to sleep, to pause it while it runs in the background. To have it start listening again, just say, wake up. Once voice control is set up, you can also use Siri to turn it on or off. Now that you know the basics of voice control, discover what other commands you can use to navigate your devices. Swipe left. For more helpful accessibility tips, check out our playlist on the app.
Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing this morning. We're going to look at the various features and how to set up or use voice control. All right. So they're saying if you have your operating system is 13 or later, and I'm assuming all of you have 16, that you're pretty set on this. Shouldn't have any problems. So how to turn on voice control. All right. First thing you need to do is you need to go to settings and then select accessibility. Okay. Everybody knows what settings looks like, right? The icon, it's a gray looking icon on your iPad.
Yes.
Right. Then it says, once you're in there, it says select once you're in accessibility, select voice control, then select set up voice control. They're saying a download will begin in the background. When the download is complete, a microphone will appear in the status bar of your device that indicates that voice control is listening or not listening. This is, see here, this is what you're looking for on your iPad. On my iPad, when I tested it, it appeared in the upper right corner. Is that right, Jackie? That for yours, it did the same?
Yes, but it's different on the phone because you can, on your phone too, and it could tell me who's calling.
Right.
And answer my phone for me. Yeah. But
Thank
yeah.
you, Jackie. Mhm.
Mhm.
That's if you have an iPhone, of course.
Yes, it's an
All right.
iPhone.
So here are a few things you can do with voice control. You can ask you after you've set it up, you can use Siri, the accessibility shortcuts, or you can go to settings. You can select accessibility and then select voice control. All right. So over here to the right are some of the various things that these are screenshots that I took when investigating its use. All the various things, for example, it says here, these are, as you can see, these are customized commands. For this one here is for basic navigation, open an app switcher, open control center, show dock, open Spotlight, open Siri, go home. It does all these things here.
Mhm.
Over here is where it says here, these are customized commands for basic gestures. Scroll up, you can tell it scroll up, scroll down, scroll to the top, scroll to the right. And then over here, we've got some more, this is for text navigation. Ms. Duckett, you can chime in if there's anything you'd like to add to what I'm saying, since you've been using this. Am I right, Ms. Duckett?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do chime in if there's anything you'd like to share in addition to what I am. Okay, now this is what it looks like once you're in settings. So you go to settings, and once you're in settings, you, of course, in the search bar, if you don't see it as shown here on my screen, to the left in blue, accessibility, that's where you would want to go to begin to set up voice control. Over to the right of my screen here, notice we have, to the very top, it says voice control. Do you see that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is what it should look like on your iPad once to access, to begin to set up voice control. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Notice mine is off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right? It is off. But
Yeah.
once I toggle it, it will become green and white. That means it's on. Now, it's language. Do you want it in English? Yes. Do you want to customize some commands? You may want to do so once you become a pro at it. Vocabulary. Do you want to import? Now it's even allowing you to add vocabulary, import vocabulary, export, or even delete whatever there exists. Now, further down here, it says there you can teach voice control new words by adding vocabulary entries. Yeah, you can show confirmation. You can play. Do you want it to play sounds for you? Do you want it to give it hits? Hints. Okay. All right. So here's another screenshot again of the same thing. Now, here's some of the, in the video, it talked about use gesture commands. Now I took a screenshot of it on my iPad, and I decided that I wanted to explore it. And you feel free to do the same. You're not going to hurt it. I wanted to open the library, the app library. I want it on. These are customized commands that I want to put in place for my iPad. I wanted to open the control center when I need it, so I turned it on. I wanted it to show the dock. So when I say to my iPad, show the dock, it should show the dock for me. If I want notification center on, I should say, show notification center, and it will show it. and so forth. Do I want Siri on to take commands from it? Yes, I want Siri to take commands from it. I can use Siri to use it for me. All right, here's a better screenshot I have here where I've turned just about everything on here. You can see, show me what to say. I've turned all of these here on, except the only one I have off here was item name. I didn't feel like naming the items, but you will need to do that if you are, if you have a vision problem, limited vision, and you want to know the item that is on your screen at the time and say, show me whatever, you will have to turn that on.
Oh, excuse
Show
me.
the item. Okay. Show me what to say. Show command. These are all features you will need to have them on in order to have voice control, the use of it. Now, I tested this. As you can see, this is my home screen. I say, go home. And it took me to my home screen. That's all I said. And I took a screenshot of it. So here are some of the things you can ask voice control to do for you. It says some commands you can say. Scroll to the bottom, and it will scroll to the bottom. Press the screen item using its name. You want an item, and we'll see some. I have some screenshots of all this because I actually tested it. Show the grid. You remember the grid in the video, especially for those that are visually impaired, that if there's something on your screen and you wanted to narrow it down to a certain location on the screen, you can turn a grid on, and that grid will then fall into place by numbers. Each I call it cell, will have a number, and you can zoom into that area. All right. So you can actually say to voice control, what can I say? And it'll show up all these things of what you can say. I told my voice control to go to the control center, and it did. It went there. I took a screenshot of it. Navigate your iPad with overlays. These are the overlays when I talked about the grid shown in the video. So you want to hide, for example, I can have the grid turned on or off, and I can say to the iPad, turn on the grid, and it will turn it on. If I want to narrow down to a specific area or portion of the screen. And I told the iPad to open up the camera and show names of the buttons on the screen, and it did. Have you tried that, Miss Duckett? Have you used it? Open the camera?
No, I haven't used it too much, but I've used the sending the messages and asked them to read my email or notifications. Those are the ones that I have worked with most of the time, and sometimes I can get the weather, ask them to tell me the weather, or I'll ask them what's the weather for Washington D.C. today, something like that. Those are some of the things I've used.
I never used the camera either.
Right. But you can, and listen, not just open the camera and show names. It will tell you that this is live. It will tell you, it will read out all of these to you. And if you want to take a picture, this is where you take it, right here.
Okay.
This is what I told, I said to voice control, pause or turn off voice control. In other words, I told it to go to sleep. So it stopped listening.
Well, that's why I had a problem.
Stop listening. I tested it. I took a screenshot of it, and this is what I got. It went to sleep.
Okay.
On the iPad and on the phone, every time I get a call, it would tell me who's calling and everything. And then after a while, I get, I didn't want it anymore, and I couldn't figure out how to get that thing off of there. It would tell me.
Yeah, that's what I have a problem with.
Yeah. Tell it to go to sleep. Tell it to go to sleep or tell it to stop.
Well, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Tell me that time, I had to get somebody else to come in and do it.
But this is how I tested it. These are screenshots that I took of testing it. So I said to it, then when I finished, I said, okay, wake up. And it woke up. It went right back into action.
Just
Okay.
that simple.
Yep, it's that simple. I told it I wanted to start using Siri. I said, turn on Siri, and it did. Then I used it using Siri.
I don't know why, but it was something more than that. The same thing we were using to talk to it to help me. I could have used the same thing to, wow. I guess I got so frustrated because that thing kept telling me, who's calling? Oh man, it got to be.
Notice the apps on your home screen. These are the apps on my home screen. There are no names. Some of them don't have names. For some of you who can't see the names, you can have numbers. It's if an item doesn't have a name, or if you would prefer to use numbers instead, you can say show number 14 and it will tell you it's YouTube.
Okay.
Show me number 17 and it will open up Hulu.
Okay.
But you have to give it numbers. You have to tell it to give it numbers. You have to turn it on. Remember, I turned mine on in the configuration. All right. So to customize voice control settings, of course, as I mentioned earlier, you need to go in there and turn things on. It says here for language, voice control uses primary language that you have set on your iPhone or iPad or whatever. Customized commands show the full list of available commands. Vocabulary allows you to teach voice control new words. Show confirmation, display visual confirmation at the top of the screen when a command is recognized. I think we talked about the show names here. Am I going backwards? Wait a minute. If you're not sure of the name of the item, show, you can ask it to, again, look how the names are more visible here. Can you see them on mine? It's telling me all down here. This is Safari, this is music, this is the mail app, this is the file, and so forth. I asked it to show me names. You can play a sound when the command is recognized. Especially if you have limited vision, but you can use your hearing, you can ask it to play a sound. Display dynamic suggestions for what you can say. These appear automatically after the instructions are spoken that are similar, but don't quite match the system commands.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it. So now, Ali, are you there?
Yeah.
I'd like you now to go into start sharing the screen, go to settings. Well, first go to your home screen, then show us how to get to accessibility and how to turn on those commands.
Yeah, can you make me co-host, please?
Yes,
other one.
I sure can. Thank you. Let me do that. All right, you should be able to do that now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and you now have full control.
You didn't give me co-host, Teresa.
I didn't?
No, you revoked the other one. I need you to make the other one co-host, please.
Let me try then again. Make co-host. Is that?
Yeah, that one. That's one on my device. Okay. So I'm going to go and share my screen. And I've never set it up before.
But I'll help you. I'll help you along the way.
No, that's okay. You guys will just see how it starts off. So just like Teresa went over, you first go to settings on your device.
Do it a little slow side, Alex. Do it slowly.
Yeah, so again, you go into the settings app, so everyone knows where settings is. And on the left-hand side, you have to look for accessibility. So it's going to be more towards the middle area right here, and it says accessibility. So it's very easy to find. Once you tap on accessibility, all of the different options on the right side appear. So what you're gonna need to do is look for the one that says voice control. So you see it's under physical and motor, and voice control is the third option here. So you're gonna go ahead and tap on it. And as you can see at the top, it says set up voice control. Voice control allows you to use your voice to control your iOS device, even when you are on calls. So the next step is to hit set up voice control. And look, it says use your voice to do on an iPad, even when you're on calls or when not connected to the internet. You can do system commands and navigation, open apps by name, show the control center, adjust the volume, or take a screenshot. You can work with what's on screen. You can tap buttons and other items and ask for more details about what's in view. You can also dictate and edit text, extensive controls for dictating and editing text, including placing the cursor. At the bottom, you can choose the language that you'd like, but if that suits you, you can hit continue and move on to the next step. And what can I say? You can use Siri to turn on voice control or wake the screen by saying hey, turn on voice control. And at any time, they show me what to say. So again, just like Teresa went over, here are some commands that you can do. So open the application name, open the control center, go home, go back, go to sleep, etc. So they give you, there's a lot of different options available to you. Yeah, you can go through the items and pick out the ones that you feel like you'd use the most. And once you're done reading through this prompt, you can hit done. And it looks to be on right now, which is great.
So test it for them, show them, talk to it.
Let's see if it still works even if we're on Zoom. Go home. Oh, you see, it went home, and I didn't have to touch anything. Open control center. And there it is. So that's really cool. And as you can see, I can still easily navigate my device. And you know, as you can see, it works the same. And that's really cool. So, you know, I'm learning with you guys as well on the different vocabulary. If you want to look at the different commands, you back into settings and voice control, and you can look at all the different commands. So basic navigation. So again, if I say open app library, and open the app library.
There you go.
Let's see.
What can I say? Try that.
Huh?
What can I say? Try that.
Oh, it heard it from the computer, Teresa.
Whoa, whoa, that's amazing.
You see, you have to say the specific item in order for it to actually to move or adjust or anything. It's convenient because it's really just intentional in what you want to say. So, look, there's just even more commands. Like it says, show names. So look, all the different names of the apps here, which is pretty cool. Open Spotlight. There you go. The Spotlight opens where you can search for different things. So, so yeah, all the different commands are here. Even this one.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yep, gone to sleep.
Yep. Go to
then
sleep.
You can wake it up.
I think that one. Oh, there.
It woke up.
You see, voice control is off. That's what you see at the top right. It's really small, but at the top right of my iPad, you see that mic. It's actually shut off. So that's how you shut off voice control, but just by using your voice. So if I say wake up,
it should become blue again.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, wake up iPad. There you go.
There
You
you
see
go.
now it's blue at the top right. So you
Yep.
have to go to sleep iPad. You might have to say it twice. Go to sleep iPad.
Yeah, I don't think you need to say iPad. You just said
You
go to
don't need, right. Just say go to
Yeah, I mean
sleep.
either one. I mean, I guess it's still just hearing my voice, but you guys get the picture. It's
Yes.
quite cool how
And
you
it's
can do.
very helpful too when you need
But,
it.
but notice that it's all turned on. It must be turned on for it to
Mhm.
adhere to those commands. You must
Mhm.
turn them on.
Yeah, look at all these gestures. That's
I like it because when I couldn't get my words out right, it would always go back to the phrases and help me to come up and say something else that I could recognize because I couldn't say my words as clear. That I'm laughing now, but that was a doozy then. But I really appreciate that so much. It was helpful for me in the beginning.
Yeah, they go really in depth on text navigation. So if like you're in notes or something and you're writing or typing something down, you can then move the cursor to, you see many different spots like forward paragraphs, or words, characters, or lines. So they really go in the nitty gritty, without you having even to add anything. So it's pretty expansive in itself.
Mhm. All right. I guess at this point, we're open for questions.
Teresa,
Yes.
I have turned Zoom on and joined the meeting, but when it comes for me to put the numbers in to tell it which how to, that's what I have problem with. I don't know how
Okay, so
to
that's a
number
dictation
it.
one. We're covering dictation next week.
Miss
Okay.
Duckett,
Okay.
just as a reminder, so there is voice control and voice over. So I'm pretty sure that you're using voice over. So just making sure you know the difference. We're actually going to be talking about voice over on Monday, but voice over and voice control have their own different commands. So
You're gonna do that Monday?
Yeah.
You gonna
And
do
we're
that
going to be
Monday?
covering dictation, how to tell the iPad this dictation. part.
Okay, and you're gonna do that Monday?
Hopefully the goal is to cover it. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
Mhm.
thank you.
you're more than welcome. Any other questions? I see some hands are up. Let's go with the hands that are up. Who do we have? We have hands up.
Mr. Michael.
Michael, I see your hand. Michael, go ahead and ask your question, Michael.
Hey, I tried this morning for the voice thing, and it keeps on coming back that it won't open it up because it won't download the necessary file.
Yes, you have to download the file in order to access voice control. So Teresa mentioned that in the beginning. So if you are able to connect
Well,
Wi-Fi,
let's have him do it right now.
Yeah.
Michael, are you there? Can you go to settings?
Sure. Okay, I'm on accessibility.
Good, tap on that.
Mhm.
Down to voice control, which says
Yep,
all.
yep.
I'll turn it on. Language. Do I download the English language?
Yep.
Yeah,
Let it.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I did this morning, and I left it on for almost an hour, and it didn't do anything.
Mhm.
I got it on now, showing down.
Okay.
It's showing it's downloading. how long should it take to do the download?
I mean, it shouldn't.
Alex didn't take long, did it, Alex?
No, I mean, it does. So, just reading what Apple says, it says, before you turn on voice control for the first time, make sure your iPad is connected to the internet over a Wi-Fi network. Sure your iPad completes a one-time file download from Apple. You don't need an internet connection to use voice control.
Well, a message just came up. It says unable to turn on voice control. Failed to download necessary files. Turn on voice controller to try again. That's it all more.
Yeah, I'm not sure of that fix. Again, it's saying that you have to use Wi-Fi. I'm not, I was on the Wi-Fi or my Wi-Fi when I did it. So I'm not 100% sure.
Mine was just on regular cellular, but is his thing updated?
Yes, I know it is. It's it might be because you're on Zoom, I'm not 100% sure, Mr. Michael.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't think of the words. My help is going out the door, so those are my thoughts. I mean, I can't come up with the expressions to say what I'm. Oh well. Don't give up.
Michael,
Yes.
so what are you seeing now?
I just see the voice control is off again.
It's off again, even though you powered it. Did you toggle it on?
Yeah, I
Is it
Teresa,
showing in what?
he's unable to download the file, Teresa. Again,
Whoa.
yeah,
Okay,
it says you have to
like
do it
you
through
say,
Wi-Fi.
probably because he
I'm
on
not
Zoom, he can't do
sure
it.
of what's going on. Because of Zoom, it might not be. He said he tried it this morning, so he might need to be connected over a Wi-Fi connection.
Other than broadband?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Apple would have stated that in the support page. So it did say just Wi-Fi, but I'm not 100%.
So Michael, this is what you're going to do then. Can you put your number in the chat to me? And I'm going to have tech support call you on that note. Okay, Michael? I'll have them call and schedule an appointment with you to help you with that.
Okay, where can I send a message from?
Okay, so what you're going to do, look for my name, should be at the top of the participant list.
He needs to know where the more. You got to push the thing where it says more. The 3 dots up there is where you're going to find the chat.
I got to go back to Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I'll do is have them contact you to schedule an appointment to set up your voice control.
Okay.
Yeah, you may need to visit a DC Public Library, Mr. to use their Wi-Fi, but hopefully the help desk can assist you with that. Teresa, I'll get that information to you.
Oh, you will? From Mr.
Yeah,
Powers?
I got it.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So I'll email Tatiana on it.
Okay, I went to the 3 dots. Where can I message from?
Push
Okay,
it,
so-
chat. The chat. And then you got to find Miss Teresa's name. Oh, no, but the guy said he's going to.
It should say send to everyone, Mr. Michaels. Just tap on where it says everyone and then find Teresa's name. So you can do that if you'd like, but we'll get
Or
in
the
contact.
easier one was to just find me on the participant list, and that's it.
Oh, yeah,
That's a lot easier.
Okay, I
But
get
if you can't do it, Mr. Bell said he's going to make sure your information gets where it needs to go, and they're going to help you out.
Okay.
Excuse me, Teresa, but is Ann okay?
And
Ann, are you okay?
is she on us? She's here?
Yeah, she's like leaning over and rubbing her head and stuff, for a while. I'm just
Okay,
wondering,
let's
is she
look and
okay?
see. I can't see her, so that's why I asked that
She's
question.
just a little drowsy. That she just probably nap time.
And Dennis, are you there?
I have a bad headache, but thank you so much, Gracie, for noticing that I had laid.
Okay.
Okay, I got a bad headache.
Thank you
Okay.
again,
Okay.
Gracie.
All right.
I got
Okay, Mr.
messages.
Powers, we're gonna have tech support call you and schedule a time when they could go over this with you and set it up for you. And if we can't get it done that way, the next thing is to get you into a library visit, because you should be able to use voice control.
Okay,
And
I
and it downloaded easily on, can somebody else try it? While we're on board, someone else try it. Go to settings.
Someone else tried who's using the data. So try seeing it if it works on the data. So if you do not have Wi-Fi, someone please try it out and see if it works on your end.
And meanwhile, Lynette, I see your hand is up, and then we'll get back to you, Mr. Powers.
Good morning, Ms. James and everybody. I think this voice thing is really cool. It's like different from like if I want to dictate email, is that a little, it's different?
It is.
Yeah,
it's different control, different feature.
It's similar but different, Lynette. You would use dictation, so that dictation icon on your keyboard when you're writing an email, for example. The voice control is just mainly like navigating the device without having to use Siri. So like going to your home, opening up an app, things of that nature.
Oh, okay. So I think that's really cool, though. I think I will try to tackle it next week after I hear the navigation, hear the other session.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right, good question.
No problem,
Jeanette.
Lynette. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Jeanette. Good morning.
Good morning. My question is, okay, do I need to take this iPad to AT&T store to accessorize it, like to get a printer or anything else that, like say I want to take dictation, but I want to print it?
Okay, so I am doing a topic in a couple of weeks on printing from your device. But to answer your question, you have to have a Bluetooth printer to be able to print from your iPad. Do you have a Bluetooth?
Okay. No, what I do have is a 2,000-year-old HP printer. When I say it's about 2,000 years old.
Yeah, the next best option, I mean, DC Public Library, because they give you 20 free pages a day to print certain things. So that would be your best next option. They're very easy. So I have printed from them from a couple times.
Yeah.
So I would tackle that.
And I've done that from the library. Like you buy tickets and then they give you a number and then you go to the library and print out the tickets. But I was just curious if there was a printer that I could hook up to this iPad that I could use at home.
A Bluetooth printer, Mr. Nick. So any Bluetooth.
We're going to cover that.
Okay.
We'll do good.
That's great. Thank you.
We'll be covering printing from your iPad.
Thank you so very much.
Yep. All right, Jeanette. Anybody else? Now, Mr. Powers, what I'm going to do is contact tech support and have them contact you to see why isn't your voice control downloading? I'm curious myself. Is there anybody who tried it since we've been on this morning?
Yeah, I just did it. I just
and what
did
happened?
it and it worked.
It worked, yeah.
Okay, are you on the Wi-Fi or the the data, Gracie?
I must be. I have Wi-Fi and internet, so I guess it's. I didn't.
Yeah, at the top right. Do you
I
see
just
the
went to settings, accessibility, voice control, and then and it just did it itself. I didn't have.
And you turned it all on. You turned it on.
And then it said it was done.
For you.
So it
that's because you have Wi-Fi, Gracie.
No. Mine went through without Wi-Fi. I don't have Wi-Fi, and mine went through without Wi-Fi. With the person at the phone talked me through it, told me what to do, and I don't have.
That's interesting. Now, Mr. Powers doesn't have both Wi-Fi and broadband. Mr. Powers, do you have both?
Wi-Fi?
You
No, I don't have Wi-Fi.
you don't, you have broadband. Yeah, then it should work. It should work. Because it says you don't need Wi-Fi to have it.
Right.
You don't need
Says
to
that.
use it after setting up voice control. You don't need internet, but with that file again,
Yeah, you
it's,
have to download it, but the only reason you need any kind of internet access is to download the file. That's the whole idea of it.
yeah,
Is to download
yeah.
the file. Once the file is down, then you don't need it.
If I had Wi-Fi, it must have came through the call that I was on because I don't have internet or any Wi-Fi like that. So, but
You shouldn't have a problem there. So that's why I'm going to have tech support contact him to
yeah, they
assist
really
him
help
with that.
people. That's who
Yeah.
helped me. I couldn't think of that name text. So, yeah.
All right, Mr. Powles, well, I'll handle it. I'm going to send him out an email after this session. Okay? And
Okay,
expect them to get a call from the tech support, okay? Because they usually follow through when I ask them to do anything. They always do.
You got my phone number, right?
Well,
Yeah.
you didn't put it in the chat?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
All right, I will look for it in the chat. I see. Yep, I got it. I see it. Yeah. And she will contact you. Okay.
Teresa, I have to get off the meeting, but I'll see you all on at 1:30. Okay.
Okay.
Alex.
All right. Thank you, Alex, for your help.
No problem.
Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Don't want to overwhelm you with anything else at this point. So we're doing baby steps. And
Yes.
this is one of them.
That's what I need today is baby steps.
Baby steps.
Miss
And
Jane,
thank you for the baby steps.
Teresa.
Yes.
We need all the baby steps we can get.
for real. I have one last question, and it's not relevant to today. I have this graduation cap on my head, and I don't know how to get it off.
Oh my goodness.
How did you do
Now
it?
that has to do with your Zoom background.
I know, but I
You
put
have
that
to go
on
to back-
separate. I put
Huh?
that on separate from the other thing, and I can't get it off.
So
You can't just put
So-
your hand up there and take it off.
No,
No.
no.
I tried that. It won't come off.
you have to go into Zoom background. Let's
Okay.
see if we can help you do it. Go into your background right now. You know how to do that?
Yes, I'm in the background. Yes,
Okay, so what do you see on in the background?
I see background video filter, none, blur, and then I see the pictures that I have been using in my background.
Uh-huh. So is there a way for you to turn off your background?
It looks like it's
I don't have my iPad in front of me, so I can't do it to help you.
So I got it from the video filters. So should I go to
turn off that, see if you can.
turn that off?
See if
Okay.
you can tap on that and see if the filter would stop working.
Okay. You know, if I can't get it today, I'll just go to Helpline.
tilt your head forward. It looks like a phone
I'm
call.
sure there is a feature in there to turn it off. I just don't have my iPad in front of me to help you.
Okay, that's okay. I'll call the helpline and ask them to help me get it off because I graduated so many years ago and I was just playing around with it, but I can't get it off.
It's there. You just need to know how to turn it off. Yeah, it's
All right.
there.
Thank you so
But
much.
you look very
looks
adorable. in
cute.
it. Very
She just
adorable.
being Teresa, she's just being a show off.
I never show off. I let other people show off.
Yeah, you just being a show off.
All right. I'll
Very
see you
cute.
all. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, then. Thank you all. All right, that's it for today.
Thank you, Miss
See you all
James.
later this afternoon.
Oh,
Thank
it's not.
you.
She didn't put it on her head. It's on the thing. Oh my God! I'm talking about take it
Okay.
off with your hand. Okay.
Later, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.